Thanks for tuning in. So, I would like to talk about questions that I want to ask, and I wrote them down just so that I don't forget and whatnot. Question that I would ask them would be anybody running for politics, Congress, the White House, governor, anybody a high official ranking that's a public figure. These are questions that I would like to ask them. So, one of my questions would be the loss of health care. Why don't we have a universal health care? We've been different presidents, including JFK, Clinton, Obama, they all tried to pass universal health care. Why isn't it a thing? There's other countries in the world that are not third world countries that have universal health care, and our next door neighbor Canada has it. Yeah, there's always going to be issues with healthcare and stuff, but why are we're not the best anymore, people. Our healthcare system's not the best anymore. We're being charged an arm and a leg for what? We're not number one in production of new medicines. We're not number one in production of new procedures. In fact, any new procedures that have come along in the last 75 years have been in other countries, including Australia, England, and Canada. Why is that? That's not okay. We have other procedures that can't get funded, even though they might cure cancer, because they're being done on college campuses and not in some big lab company because of the way insurance and everything else is right now. That's not okay. That needs to change, and I want to know why. Why aren't you, as my running official, trying to change that to make it so that I have as much rights to get equal care and quality of care, and I can go to Colorado or I can go down to Florida and have the same procedure done for the same amount of money, and I'm not getting charged an arm and a leg for a procedure for like having a baby. I can have a baby, hold my baby, and not be charged for holding my baby. There are hospitals that do that. Look at the bills. It's pretty bad. All right. So another question I would ask: why isn't childcare for even preschoolers free nationwide? Why not? We had great programs called Head Start, but you know what's happening is people are taking the funds out of that and putting it into other things like the military. And I'm not against military, but do we need to take? I mean, as it is, the military has, I believe, was 30% in the 90s of the total gross income of the allotted money given out from the government, and childcare was less than 1%. That's even lower now. It's 0.2%, I believe now, or even lower than that. I'm not exactly sure on the number. I haven't been able to. It takes a few years for the reports to come out on how much percentage wise money has been allotted and whatnot. In any case, they keep closing down the government. In the past several years, we've had the government shut down at least 4 or 5 times, if not more, because they can't agree on how to spend money. Yet, this most recent one, they put 65% of the money into the U.S. military. What the heck? We're not at war. We're not planning on being at war that I'm aware of. So why do we need 65% of our money going to the military? It doesn't make sense to me. In any case, they need to reallot it. Children come first, in my book. For every dollar we put into a kid, making sure that they have a better future growing up, and that includes food stamps and welfare and everything else. I'm not talking about the parents. I'm talking about strictly kids and lunch programs and things of that nature. That we get it back when they're an adult because they become a productive adult member versus somebody who's been raised and doesn't know the value of money and doesn't know how to work to get what they have earned. So, the budget on SNAP and TANF, I just kind of went over. Again, that's been cut severely several times. For every $1 that a person spends at the grocery store, a SNAP recipient only gets 65 cents. So, if for the exact same what they're supposed to be able to buy based off of their income and whatnot, that's not okay. We're having kids in our country starve. We're having veterans in our country starve. We're having homeless people that are working and they can't afford rent and they are not able to afford food on their table. What's wrong with this? This is not the American dream. And that's why I'm asking that question of why aren't they reallocating the money towards that? College. Why is our student debt so out of control? Why are we paying out the butt for it? So why isn't college also being mandated by the government? We are paying out of our government dollars, giving these students loans and grants, the FAFSA grants. And I'm all for the FAFSA. Please give the college kids money. My issue is that these colleges are charging so much money, it's forcing these kids to take out thousands upon thousands of dollars in loans. And baby boomers and the older generation are saying, oh, well, I used to work all summer and I'd be able to pay for a college. Not anymore. To pay for one college year at a community college, you would have to work 1 year and 3 months full time. And most jobs nowadays do not allow you to work full time. It doesn't matter if they're not paying you a minimum wage. They might be paying you a heck of a lot more than minimum wage. You're still not able to work full time because then they'd have to offer you benefits. So pension plans and all that's going away too. Why? All this needs to be fixed. So my next question is the SSI or Social Security and the benefits that are being put in, meaning my tax dollars that I'm working and putting into the tax system, and your tax dollars that you're putting into the tax system, and my parents are getting ready to go on to retirement. They are only going to get, for every dollar that they put in their entire working lives, they're going to get 65 cents back. 65 cents. That's not okay. Or no, I'm sorry, I misquoted. For my generation, it's 65 cents by the time I retire. For my parents right now, they're only getting like 82 cents. Sorry, I misquoted that. In any case, that's still not enough. If I put in $1, I expect damn well to get the dollar back. I'm not playing the stock market. I'm not playing these other things. At least my parents had the benefit of having pensions or the option of pensions. I don't have that option anymore. My kids don't have that option anymore. This is not okay. Social Security was not meant to be a one for all. It was supposed to be a tri-system of working on a pension, working on a savings, and Social Security. So the three would allow you to retire in the same comfortable life that you were living while you were working. That's not unreasonable, but it's not happening. And now that pensions are gone, nobody has savings anymore because of credit card debt. There's only Social Security. So we have people that work their whole lives to live in poverty and starve. Not okay. And again, they can't apply for SNAP or food stamps because the government cut those back too. So my next question would be about marijuana. Do you think it's okay to use marijuana? It's just as addictive and bad as the substance as tobacco. Problem is that it also does a lot of good things too. It helps with anxiety. It helps with pain. It helps with other treatments. Mind you, there are side effects like most drugs, but it's not as bad as some other drugs out there. Why is it considered an illegal, hardcore substance? I'm not saying it shouldn't be illegal, but if it is, it should be as illegal as tobacco. That's my point. You may disagree with me on that. There's a bunch of debate on that, but that would be my question, at least to see where they stand on it. My next question would be, do they believe in climate change? And if they said no, I would ask them why. If they said yes, I would ask them, I wouldn't ask them a follow-up question, but if they said no, I would ask them why. Because we have rising in sea levels, that's been proven. We have stronger storms, again, that's been proven. And we have more extreme weather, again, that's been proven. Tornadoes and things of that nature. So how do you disprove facts? I want to hear their answer to that. Another one is, what is their religion? If they are going to be prosecuting Muslims for just being a Muslim and not allowing them to fly in and out of this country and supporting our president's decision to ban certain people from coming into our country based off of their religion, I want to know what their religion is. And if they don't have a religion, I want to know that too. I have nothing against people who are religious and are not religious, but I want to know. I want to know where my money's going so when I vote. And my last thought would be on the immigration issue with the people being allowed in this country and not allowed in this country. Do they plan on doing anything to change it? If so, what? How quickly do they plan on doing it? That's my questions. So I hope I gave you guys something to think about. I hope somebody in Congress or higher power actually sees this and it makes a difference. Look forward to hearing your comments. Thank you so much for watching.